Hi guys, this is Super3. Today that's going to be slightly different from normal during this Valkyria Chronicles guide. I'm just going to quickly show you the headquarters because I decided it's probably best that you get a good idea how to pick the best squad for you, because the troops do seem to be randomized to an extent, so I'm just going to help you pick out the best soldiers. Now first up, we can look at the squad Barracks. Here we can just basically see the stats for our characters. It will say who each character likes. Now certain abilities will be affected by if they're around their friends or not, and that will make a difference. Now each character has potentials, and they can be buffs or debuffs. Like here for Welkin, nature is a booster for him. Now on the other hand, we got Largo, who, because he likes nature so much, when he's actually away from it and he's around paved roads, it lowers his stats. So you do have to keep those things in mind while you're doing things. Okay, next up, before we pick our troops, we're going to look at the training field. Now, there's a very long speech here by this guy, so let's just skip that. Now basically the whole class is leveled up together, it's not individual troops, so when you bring in replacement soldiers they will take the stats from here rather than being down from base, so it's actually handy to upgrade all levels. It's so easy to level them up. The first level I'm just leveling up everyone across the board here. Now they're all level 2. Now some of these characters will end up unlocking potentials, making them easier and better. Now, going by the number of characters you have in a team, scouts or shock troopers would be the most sensible choices to actually level up. But I'm personally going to do shock troopers. It's really up to you. I just would like my shock troopers to do the most damage as possible. Anyway, so after that just choose what you want, but try and level them up evenly because you're going to need the different types of soldiers. Okay, he's just told us about orders, so now by leveling up troops they gain extra potentials, and we can get stuff like orders that can help temporary boost in battle. Now when you're up to the research and development facility, we can actually spend money to upgrade certain things on our characters and weapons. Again, you just want to upgrade everyone's weapons fairly evenly, and then you want to look into certain more specific things. So first up, when developing weapons, I'm just going to upgrade everything. Because these are the guns for each of the characters. We're going to need those leveled up. When we get to the higher, when we're more pressed for cash, we can question our choices a bit more, but currently just get everything. Uniform upgrades are a no-brainer. We definitely need the boost to our characters. Because we don't want them to die so easily. Let's take a look at the Edelweiss. Now here we can improve the body. This improves range. This is again a no-brainer, so we should just do that immediately. Frontal armor I'm not so fussed about right now. I have bigger concerns, like for instance that decreases the damage we take from the back of the tank being hit. The sight upgrade, we have had issues in that department. I'm actually going to just improve the armor. I think it's probably more useful because these, it doesn't matter how many other upgrades we have, we can always use these ones. Alright, I was just checking what that menu was.
Well, we're working.
Anyway, let's just get rid of this, and now we're going to start picking up our squad members. Now there's 5 classes of troops. You've got the scouts, who are made for running out and taking a look around the battlefield and spotting enemies from a distance. You've got shock troopers, who are the most efficient at taking out enemies. They're anti-enemy, anti personnel effectively. Lancers are for taking out armor. Engineers are your support characters, and then you've got snipers. Now, taking a look at the characters, you've got to keep an eye out for buffs and debuffs. Now I'm just going to go straight to the bottom. Immediately when we're looking here, we've got a couple of guys. You're going to probably get different characters. Now Oscar here is the best sniper, I think, from what I've seen looking at his stats. You can reload your save before you come to the barracks, and the troops will actually change. So if you should always be saving constantly in this game and keep multiple save files. You can reload again just to make sure you get someone like him. Same way, Oscar's a complete given. Let's see this guy. This guy's also looking great. Oh, he doesn't like Darksons though, so if there's a Darkson character, that's going to be a problem for him. But we need to have a second sniper, so he's going to be there. The next thing I'd say is look out for characters who look quite distinctive. See, like this guy, I'm going to assume he's probably going to be better, but maybe he's not. I just looked at his stats, they didn't look great. See, this one's going to be handy for taking out characters who attack our tank. Yeah, so she's going to be handy, definitely.
Jane Turner. I'll do anything if it...
Stuff like pollen allergy and desert allergies can be quite annoying. Okay, ED, the fact she's got a DLC named after her, we need to put her into our squad, I think. So she's given to put in.
Nelson, perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly.
But yeah, so just make sure you pick a decent, even distribution of, you know, 3 or 4 characters from each section, and just pick out the best ones. Look at their potentials and work out what's best for you and what's not. I think really I've covered the most important things I can there. But definitely be very aware of certain abilities being completely useless. I think the allergy ones are probably some of the worst, whereas who had that? Like this person got a desert allergy. Because they're going to get a steady drain of HP, they literally can die if they've from their allergy, which is not going to help you at all. So just make sure you don't pick people with allergies for the most part. Everything else you generally can counteract. Oh, and here's a very important one. If people aren't particularly good in certain situations, I'm trying to find... I know there's one that's called Chatty Cathy or something like that. Oh, there it is. Chatty Cathy, this ability here. Now this might seem like a complete pain, but for instance I think that only applies to likes, the characters they like, so I'm not sure if that one works like that, but generally if they're better or worse around certain people, like say if they're worse around certain characters, if you take those characters out of the squad, or they're dead or they're just not around, then that person won't necessarily have that weakness. So that's just a useful thing to keep in mind. Anyway guys, I think that's about as much I can really talk about all of this. I hope this helps, and until next time, thanks for watching, bye.